This Friday marks the annual Transgender Day of Remembrance. It's a day to honor the lives of transgender people lost too soon. It's also an opportunity to educate the public about what it means to be part of the transgender community. Here to tell us more about this week's event, we have St. Anthony, who wears the crown of Mr. Trans Fresno for life, while also working with the organization Trans Emotion. How are you, St.?
I'm good.
Wow, okay, that title. Okay, you need to explain to me, what does that mean?
So, Mr. Trans Fresno is a title that is through the Imperial Dove Court. It's kind of hard to see here, but it's another organization in the community, LGBT-based. We raise money throughout the year to help fund other smaller organizations through grants and stuff. So we hold events such as pageants and fundraisers throughout the year as well. So one of the titles and the pageant is the trans title, and we actually added another youth title to the trans title. So now it's more extended and it's also more inclusive for the trans community, which is great. So through my title, I got invested as a for life title instead of just for the year, which was 2018. Oh, wow. So now I get to wear the crown everywhere I go in the sash, which is cool, but I also get to represent my community and, you know, just spread the awareness and just be more involved with events like this going on.
Who wouldn't want to wear a crown every single day, right? I love it. I love it. And of course, for those that aren't familiar with Transy, could you please tell me a little bit more of that organization? What is it?
Trans Emotion?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it is also a nonprofit organization here in Fresno. It's the only transgender-based organization. And what we do is something similar to the IDC as well, which is holding events and fundraisers throughout the year, but more so support groups are held twice a month to help with not only transgender people, but also their support groups and allies and in any support system that they may have who need help kind of just coming together and figuring things out, you know, together. So we do that. But another thing we do is recognize, twice a year we recognize transgender individuals as far as visibility and remembrance. So right now we're doing the Day of Remembrance, which is to honor those who have fallen victim to suicide or violence. So for that night, it's going to be this Friday at Fresno State. Mm-hmm. So it's also a safe zone, certified safe zone, which means that there has been, you know, trained volunteers who help with kind of coordinating the event, but also to help everybody kind of just feel safe and open to talking to anybody who might need that extra like comfort, or we just want to make everybody feel welcome. But also at the event, we'll have other resource booths, which will have more information about anything they may need.
Can you talk to me a little bit about those resource booths, please?
Yeah, so different organizations in our community, such as other LGBT centers, they provide information for organizations like us and doctors or specialists, mostly within our community. So that way they'll be having their own table with their information set up, and there'll be multiple booths besides just the, you know, LGBT centers. Anybody who pretty much supports us in our event and who wants to kind of help and get their own information out there to help others will be there. So there's going to be like an innumerable amount. I'm not sure exactly how many, but it grows bigger each year, which is great.
Well, you know, that's awesome, of course. And how important is it to bring awareness?
Very, very important. What I'm doing now is kind of focusing on the education part to bring awareness, because it has to start somewhere and it's growing. So with the help of other people on our committee and on our board and stuff like that, we get to interact with school districts as well. So Fresno State's a big supporter. They're sponsoring our event within the Women's Studies program. Other than that, Fresno City, Fresno State and Alliant University have been some schools where I've been able to kind of interact with the classes and talk about just breaking down different distinctions between maybe, you know, things that people can get confused about or may not understand, or may kind of just, put all these things together in one and they just don't know where to go from there. Like, oh my gosh, what is all this? So that's what we do, is we just kind of help break it down and just kind of spread the awareness starting in the actual educational environment.
That is awesome, Zane. And again, for the people that want to know, when is this event happening? When is it happening?
This event's happening this Friday at Fresno State from 5:30 to 9. So there will be the resource fair from 5:30 to 6, and then some drinks and refreshments will be served. After that, beginning at 7 p.m. till 9 will be the actual programmed event. So we'll have entertainers, speakers. We'll also have a ceremony memorializing, the people who have fallen victim to the violence and the suicide. So we'll have like their picture up and their name, and we'll do a reading and a moment of silence. So although it is, a sad time and a sad event because of the circumstances, we try to just embrace, their lives and make it more of a celebration of life, but also include the importance of being aware of stuff like that.
Great. Thank you so much for
yeah.
being